World, so it's about 2:45 on the afternoon of 10th of April 2018. Mercury is still retrograde. The moon is halfway through Aquarius. Mercury's going to be retrograde for about another 5 days. And boy, am I going to be doing some videos once that one's over. But in the meantime, more world leaders. This is the horoscope of Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand. Born on the 26th of July 1980 in Hamilton, New Zealand. No known birth time as far as I've been able to research, but if any of my friends and astrological colleagues in New Zealand have a birth time, I'd really be grateful for it. She's a Leo with the moon in Capricorn. That much is clear. But I don't see her as a typical Leo at all. There's only the sun in Leo, as long with the North Node. And with the moon in Capricorn, she's obviously a little bit more pragmatic, down to earth, grounded and practical than your average Leo. No disrespect to my Leo friends intended. She's got a really strong Saturn in Virgo, which is square to her Venus in Gemini and square to her Neptune in Sagittarius, which is opposite her Venus. And that Venus opposite Neptune, T-square Saturn, it does make her old for her years. It, on the one hand, gives her a really good imagination and the ability to plan for the future and to be able to bring a degree of structure, boundary and order into the imagination. And yet at the same time, she's still in her late 30s. She's about to have a child, if she hasn't had it already. And with Venus opposite Neptune, square Saturn, how she will find the time to juggle becoming a mother along with political care is going to be interesting to watch. I'm sure she will. She's obviously very resourceful and adept, and the father has already said he will stay home and look after the child. Fair play. We don't know the time of birth, but if the time of birth is around midday, i.e. within 6 hours of each side of midday, then there's a really strong trine from the moon to Jupiter. And when you see her, she's always smiling. Moon Jupiter people generally smile a lot. They generally got a degree of optimism and hope and humour about them. And she seems to be quite a strong cookie. She's also got a fairly strong square from Mercury to Pluto. It's not exact, but it's strong. And that Mercury in Cancer cares very much for the nurturing of the land, if you like. And with a square to Pluto, I'm sure she's got a pretty deep psychological insight into the politics of her home country and in her dealings with other people. She's not someone to be taken lightly. And I wouldn't mind wavering a little bet here that she was probably born, I'm guessing, guesswork on my part, between 9 AM and 1 PM, giving her either Libra or Scorpio rising, because she's got the Libran charm, but she's also got that penetrating gaze, which I associate with Scorpio rising. So if anyone finds out the birth time, please let me know. Big thing that's happening with her chart at the moment. Yes, Saturn's squaring her Mars right now, but that's not a big deal. Neptune's trining her Mercury, which is lovely because that's really giving her some good ideas, and I think she's actually quite a popular person in her own country. And let's face it, everybody loves New Zealand, apart from a few diehards in New Zealand themselves, because it is seen as a forward-looking country. It's seen as a country of the future. It's also seen as a safe haven, which is why so many billionaires are buying properties there. Fortunately, New Zealand's now clamping down on people buying their way into that country. But the dominant theme here is the same as it is with President Moon's chart, which I did earlier today. Jacinda Arden was born exactly the opposite side of the zodiac to President Moon of South Korea. He's got the sun at 3 degrees Aquarius. She's got the sun at 3 degrees of Leo. Next year, 2019, Uranus will square her sun. This year, the Mars retrograde will be opposite her sun, starting around mid-May and really strong as she gets into the end of May, and then repeating itself in early September. So I do imagine that she's coming into a period of quite hectic activity. I have no doubt with a chart like hers that she's going to be on the political scene for a long time to come. With that strong Saturn in her chart and the moon in Capricorn, she has the trademark of a politician. If she weren't a politician, she'd be a CEO or a top lawyer or something like that, or a headmistress. But she'd make a very good politician, because I believe at heart that she's based around fairness, equality, sharing, and also she's pretty good with gender issues from what I can see. So my concern for her, if I were advising her, would be to say that the next few months are going to be topsy-turvy. And it is trite and easy to say, yes, but you're just about to have a baby if you haven't had it yet. But even without that, it's going to be a rocky time for her from now through to mid-September. And providing she's still in a position of responsibility and authority by mid-September, and I think the chances of that are 99%, I think that from then on she's really going to thrive and lead New Zealand into a future that's actually looking pretty damn good. If I were to choose anywhere else to live apart from this country of Britain, which I love, I would choose New Zealand. Yet to get there, maybe later this year. Catch you later, world. Bye.